Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my class on concept of changing concept of health and dimensions of health. So today's topic is dimensions of health and changing concept of health. Objective of today's class: at the end of the class, the student will be able to mention and describe the dimensions of health and changing concept of health. At first, we can recall the definition of health by WHO. WHO defined health as a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity, so that each citizen can lead a socially and economically productive life. So in the definition of WHO, we can find 4 dimensions of health, that is physical, mental, social, and spiritual. So this physical, mental, and social dimension is the major dimensions of health. There are 3 major dimensions of health: physical, mental, and in the latest definition, in some definition, spiritual is also included. So we can divide the dimensions of health into 2 groups. One is the major dimensions and other minor dimensions. Major dimension actually include physical, mental, and social dimension, and minor dimension include spiritual, emotional, vocational, and political dimensions. So major dimension physical, mental, and social, and other dimension ekhane spiritual as well as philosophical dimension, cultural dimension, socio-economic dimension, environmental dimension, educational dimension, nutritional dimension, curative dimension, and preventive dimension. Actually, dimensions are the aspects of health. Different aspects of health are the dimensions of health. At first, physical dimension, easiest to understand. Among the all dimensions of health, physical dimension is easy to understand. That is, the state of physical health implies that notion of perfect functioning of the body, a state in which every cell and every organ is functioning at optimum capacity and in perfect harmony with the rest of the body. When every cell of the body or every organ of the body function properly in harmony with other part of the body, that is called physically a person is healthy, but physically healthy state. The signs of physical health in an individual are by which sign symptom we can assess the good physical dimension of a person. So these are the points which are frequently asked in the professional examination, in viva and as well as in written. What are the signs of good physical health? Everybody should memorize this. Everybody should maintain this. As a doctor, you should have good physical dimension of health. So number one, a good complexion. A physically healthy person should have a good complexion, a clean skin, bright eyes, lustrous hair with a body well clothed with firm flesh. As a physician, you have to know this and you have to maintain this in your personal life. So a physically healthy person should have a good complexion, a clean skin, bright eyes, lustrous hair with a body well clothed with firm flesh. Then not too fat, a sweet breath, a good appetite, sound sleep, regular activity of bowels and bladder. Smooth, easy and coordinated bodily movement. All organs of the body are of unexceptional size and function normally. And all the special senses are intact. The resting pulse rate, blood pressure and exercise tolerance are within the normal limit for the age and sex of the individual. In the young and growing individual, there is a steady weight gain. So these are the 14 signs of a good of an individual with good physical dimension. You should memorize this. And I am telling again, a good complexion, a clean skin, bright eyes, lustrous hair with a body well clothed with firm flesh. Not too fat, a sweet breath, a good appetite, sound sleep, regular activity of the bowels and bladder. Smooth, easy and coordinated bodily movements. All the organs of the body are of unexceptional size and function normally. And all the special senses are intact. The resting pulse rate, you learn in physiology the normal resting pulse rate, blood pressure. So this should be within normal limit for age and sex of the individual. In the young and growing individual, there is a steady weight gain. The next dimension of health is mental dimension as well as physical dimension. Mental dimension is also important. Mental health is not mere absence of mental illness. Good mental health is the ability to respond to many varied experiences of life with flexibility and a sense of purpose. Mental health may be defined as a state of balance between the individual and the surrounding world, a state of harmony between oneself and others, a coexistence between the realities of the self and that of other people and that of environment. This is important to memorize this definition of mental health. This is the balance between individual and surrounding. In short, it is the balance between individual and surrounding. That is balance between individual and the environment. And if we elaborately say, then mental health may be defined as a state of balance between the individual and surrounding world, a state of harmony between oneself and others, and the coexistence between the realities of self and that of other people and that of environment. Psychologists have mentioned the following characteristics as attributes of a mentally healthy person. Previously, we learned about the physical signs of good physical dimension of health. Now, these are the points in favor of mental dimension of health. Number one, a mentally healthy person is free from internal conflicts. He is not at war with himself. Number two, he is well adjusted, that is, he is able to get along well with others. He accepts criticism and is not easily upset. He searches for identity. He has a strong sense of self-esteem. He knows himself, his needs, his problems and goals, and this is called self-actualization. He has good self-control, balance, rationality and emotionality. He faces problems and tries to solve them intelligently, that is coping with the stress and anxiety. So these are the 7 points of a good mentally healthy person. I am repeating this. A mentally healthy person is free from internal conflicts. He is not at war with himself. So you have to maintain or attain these criteria of a mentally healthy person. He is well adjusted, that is, he is able to get along well with others. He accepts criticism and is not easily upset. He searches for identity. He has a strong sense of self-esteem. He knows himself, that is, he knows his needs, problems and goals, and this thing is called self-actualization. He has good control, balance, rationality and emotionality. He faces problems and tries to solve them intelligently, that is coping with stress and anxiety. One of the keys to good health is a positive mental health. Unfortunately, our knowledge about mental health is far from complete. মন একটা জটিল বিষয়. Mind is a complicated thing. Then social dimension of health. Social well-being implies harmony and integration within the individual, between each individual and other members of the society, and between individuals and in the world in which they live. So man is a social animal. He have to adjust with society. So social well-being implies harmony and integration within the individual, between each individual and other members of the society, and between individuals and the world in which they live. It has been defined as the quantity and quality of an individual it has been defined as the quantity and quality of an individual's interpersonal ties and the extent of involvement with the community. So social dimension is assessed by the interpersonal ties and social involvement or involvement with the community. And this involvement or interpersonal ties should be not only the quantity will be more, but also he have to maintain the quality. Ties or interpersonal relation will be of quality, not only quantity. Both quantity and quality should be maintained. So social dimension has been defined as the quantity and quality of an individual's interpersonal ties and the extent of involvement with the community. The levels of social skills one possesses. একজনের social skill কি কি আছে, সে কতটা মেইনটেইন করতে পারে, তার উপরেও social dimension assess করা হয়. Social functioning. and the ability to see oneself as a member of a larger society. A person should not think individually. He should consider everything as a member of a larger society or a community. In general, social health takes into account that every individual is a part of a family and of wider community and focuses on social and economic conditions and well-being of the whole person in the context of his social network. Social health is rooted in positive material environment, focusing on the financial and residential matters, and the positive human environment, which is concerned with the social network of individual. Then spiritual dimension of health. Spiritual health refers to that part of the individual which reaches out the strives for meaning and purpose in life. It is intangible, something that transcends physiology and psychology. Spiritual dimension, it is difficult to define, but it can be understood. It is related with ethics or morality. It includes integrity, principles and ethics, the purpose in life, and commitment to some higher being and belief. Then emotional dimension of health. Historically, the mental and emotional dimensions have been seen as one element, as two closely related elements. As more research becomes available, a definite difference is emerging. Mental health can be seen as knowing or cognition, and emotional health relates to feelings. MCQ te thake mental health related to knowing or cognition, and emotional health relates to feeling. So for MCQ, these points should be memorized. Then vocational dimension of health. The vocational aspect of life is a new dimension. It is a part of human existence. When work is fully adapted to human goals, capacities and limitations, work often plays a role in promoting both physical and mental health. হেলথের সঙ্গে ওয়ার্ক প্লেস বা তার কি অকুপেশন সেটাও রিলেটেড, এই জন্য এই ডাইমেনশনটাকেও গুরুত্ব দেওয়া হয়। কেউ যদি তার ওয়ার্ক প্লেসে স্যাটিসফাইড না থাকে তাহলে সে হেলদি হতে পারবে না। Physical work is usually associated with an improvement in the physical capacity, while goal achievement and self-realization in work are a source of satisfaction and enhanced self-esteem. Now the second part of class, here I am going to discuss on changing concept of health. Regarding the health, time to time the concept is changed and new concepts arise, old concepts submerge. So there are several concepts of health. In the world of continuous change, new concepts are bound to emerge based on the new pattern of thought. Health has evolved over the centuries as a concept from an individual concern to a worldwide social goal and encompasses the whole quality of life. First concept of health is biomedical concept. Traditionally, health has been viewed as an absence of disease, and if one was free from disease, then the person was considered healthy. This concept is known as biomedical concept. If just absence of disease, this concept was considered in biomedical concept. Biomedical concept has the basis in the germ theory of disease, which dominated medical thought at the turn of 20th century. Germ theory of disease means a disease is caused by a germ or biological agent. The medical profession viewed the human body as a machine, disease as a consequence of breakdown of the machine, and one of the doctor's tasks is to repair of the machine. In biomedical concept, human body was considered as a machine and disease was considered as a breakdown of the machine, and the doctor's task was to repair the machine. It has minimized the role of environment, social, psychological, spiritual, and cultural determinants of health. Biomedical concept consider only biological agent but germ, but a disease to occur, there are role of environment, there are some social or psychological factors, spiritual factor, cultural factors. So these factors are not considered in biomedical concept. This is the criticism or limitations of biomedical concept. Biomedical concept only consider germ theory of disease, but not the environmental, social, spiritual, or cultural aspect of disease. Biomedical model was found inadequate to solve some of the major health problems of mankind, as for example, malnutrition, chronic disease, accidents, drug abuse, mental illness, environmental pollution, and population explosion. These were not addressed in biomedical concept. Development in medical and social sciences lead to the conclusion that biomedical concept of the health was inadequate. So the second concept was evolved as ecological concept. The ecologist put forward an attractive hypothesis which viewed health as a dynamic equilibrium between man and his environment, and disease as a maladjustment of human organism to the environment. In the ecological concept, environmental factor was considered, and health was defined as a balance between man and his environment. And disease was considered as a maladjustment between man and his environment. So this was the ecological concept. Dubos defined health saying, health implies is the relative absence of pain and discomfort and a continuous adaptation and adjustment to the environment to ensure optimal function. Here, adjustment with the environment was highlighted. The ecological concept raises two issues: imperfect man and imperfect environment. Environment এবং man দুটোই যদি পারফেক্ট থাকে তাহলে হেলদি, যদি ম্যান ইমপারফেক্ট হয় তাহলেও ডিজিজ হবে, অথবা ইমপারফেক্ট এনভায়রনমেন্ট হলেও ডিজিজ হবে, দুটো ইমপারফেক্ট হলেও ডিজিজ হবে। History argues strongly that improvement in human adaptation of natural environments can lead to longer life expectancies and a better quality of life even in the absence of modern health delivery service. শুধুমাত্র যদি environmental condition improve করা হয় তাহলে quality of life অনেকটা improve করে, আমার health service না থাকলেও। The next concept is psychosocial concept. Contemporary development in social sciences revealed that health is influenced by social, psychological, cultural, economic, and political factors of people concerned. These factors must be taken into consideration in defining and measuring health. The last concept is holistic concept. The holistic concept is the synthesis of all the above concepts. That is, biomedical concept, ecological concept, and psychosocial concept together constitute the holistic concept. It recognizes the strength of social, economic, political, and environmental influences on health. It has been variously described as unified and multidimensional process involving the well-being of whole person in the context of his environment. This view corresponds to the view held by the ancient that implies a sound mind in a sound body, in a sound family, in a sound environment. So holistic concept cover all the previous concept, that is biomedical concept, then ecological concept, psychosocial concept. All concepts are considered with regard to health. And a sound mind in a sound body, in a sound family, in a sound environment. That was the view of holistic concept. The holistic approach implies that all the sectors of society have an effect on health, in particular agriculture, animal husbandry, food industry, education, housing, public works, communications, and other sectors. If we think health sector alone cannot ensure health, in addition to health sector, help from the agriculture, animal husbandry, food industry, education, housing, public works, communications are needed to ensure health. The emphasis is on promotion and protection of health. Holistic concept emphasis on promotion and protection of health of all individuals in the society. WHO definition of health, এটা previously পড়ানো হয়েছে, আজকের ক্লাসের শুরুতেও বলেছি। কেউ একজন আমাকে WHO ডেফিনেশনটা বলো তো। হেলথের WHO ডেফিনেশনটা বলো। Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity, so that each citizen can lead a socially and economically productive life.
Right, good. Thank you. তো আমরা WHO ডেফিনেশনে দেখলাম যে হেলথ ইজ এ স্টেট অফ complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity, so that each citizen can lead a socially and economically productive life. Now, there is another concept of health, latest concept of health. This is called new philosophy of health. What I taught previously, the concept of health, it is usually in written examination. They describe or narrate the concept of health, and also in Viva examination, so what are the concept of health, name the concept of health. As well as this philosophy of health, new philosophy of health, it is comes in exam with short question or short note, the new philosophy of health. In the recent years, we have acquired a new philosophy of health, which may be stated as below. Number one, health is a fundamental human right. স্বাস্থ্য মানুষের মৌলিক অধিকার. Health is the essence of productive life and not the result of ever increasing expenditure on medical care. Health is intersectoral. Previously, I told that health sector alone cannot ensure health. Help from other sector are important. So health is intersectoral. Health is an integral part of development. Development includes development in health sector also. Health is the central to the concept of quality of life. If we consider the quality of life of a person or of a nation, we must consider health. Health is an important determinant of quality of health, quality of life. Health involves individuals, state and international responsibility. Health শুধু কোনো ব্যক্তির রেসপন্সিবিলিটি না, এটা কান্ট্রি রেসপন্সিবিলিটি এবং ইন্টারন্যাশনাল রেসপন্সিবিলিটি। Health and its maintenance is a major social investment. Health is worldwide social goal. So these are the new philosophy of health. In the next class, we are going to learn about spectrum of disease, determinants of health, iceberg of disease, and indicators of health. So this is the end of today's class. Anybody have any question?
Assalamualaikum, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum
Assalamualaikum,
assalam.
sir.
If you have any question, please, now the discussion session, open discussion. Anybody can ask any question or comment or anything you can discuss regarding your study.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
I have a question.
Yeah, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir. How do we practice holistic medicine in when we treating patients? Like, if they, how do we know that they are telling the truth about their environment and their social status, and what is their routine of their life for us to come to a conclusion for their diagnosis?
Yes, you have raised an important question, and everybody should remember the answer I'm telling. Actually, every disease has a physical aspect, environmental aspect, familial aspect, social aspect, or country aspect. When we will treat a patient, we must address all the factors, and this is called integrated management. Suppose a patient with scabies come to you. As a physician, it is not only your responsibility is to prescribe a drug and give the prescription to the patient. This is only the curative part. But if you want to manage the patient integrated way, in an integrated way, then you have to address all the aspects. What are those? Firstly, you have to prescribe drug for the cure of the patient, and you have to explain him how to use the drug, what may be the side effect, when he is going to be cured. This is the curative aspect. Then second aspect is, if other family member of the person is affected, you also have to advise for their treatment, because scabies is a contagious disease or communicable disease. It will be transmitted from one member to another member by sharing clothes, beds, or by direct contact. So you have to address that if other member of the family is affected, he also must take this type of treatment. And for prevention or further occurrence of the disease, he must clean his or her clothes and dry in the sunlight, or iron the clothes. And in future, this scabies, for prevention in future, you must have to give advice that they should not live in crowded, they should clean their clothes regularly, they should bath regularly, they should avoid contact with the patient of scabies. So in such a way, we addressed individual factor, social factor, environmental factor, every factor in treating scabies. Similarly, treatment of tuberculosis, treatment of COVID-19, treatment of every disease, any disease. Even a patient come with you with with heart disease or hypertension, you see that in his arm there is a lesion of ringworm or teniasis. He is not mentioning the disease to you, but he only come to you for hypertension. But you are observing that he has a teniasis lesion or ringworm. You have to treat hypertension as well as ringworm and give him advice for further prevention or any related advice you have to give him. In this way, a good physician treat the patient integratedly, considering all the individual factors, social factor and environmental factor. I think you are clear regarding this.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Any more question or comment?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
What does it mean by interpersonal ties?
Interpersonal interpersonal ties means interpersonal relationship. In our society, if we observe, some people are introverted. They are not interested to mix with other people or interact with other people. They are self-centric. But some people are extroverted, or they have good relation with other. They share everything with other. So the relationship with other, good relation, not bad relation, good relationship with other is the interpersonal ties. Nowadays in Facebook, we maintain Facebook friends. If they are good friends and good ties, good things are shared, then it is okay. This is one type of interpersonal ties. There are several aspects of interpersonal ties. Ties may be relative related, colleague related, same class related, institution related, or country related, or maybe religion related. There are so many different types of ties. So interpersonal ties are nothing but the interpersonal relationship or social relation with other member of the society or community. And the more the social ties, the person is more social. But that ties must be in good aspect, not bad ties, good ties. Any more question?
স্যার আসসালামু আলাইকুম
Walaikum assalam.
স্যার ফিজিক্যাল ডাইমেনশনের এই যে 11 নম্বর পয়েন্টটা যে অল দ্য অর্গানস অফ দ্য বডি আর আনএক্সেপশনাল সাইজ এন্ড ফাংশন নরমাল, এটা বুঝতে পারি।
Sometimes we found some people that if you observe it or not, a person with long middle finger, আমাদের আঙ্গুলের একটা প্রপোর্শনেট সাইজ আছে, কিন্তু কারো মিডল ফিঙ্গারটা যদি আনএক্সেপশনালি বড় হয়, he will not be considered as healthy. অথবা আমাদের হাতে usually there are 5 fingers. If a person with 6 finger, he is not healthy physically. Or sometimes there are some disease. I think already you have know the term acromegaly. Have you read the term in physiology, acromegaly?
জি স্যার, জি স্যার।
So in acromegaly, mandible is increased. So this is unexceptionally increased size of mandible. This is a disease, not in physically healthy person. Such type of unexceptional size is not expected.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
Okay, welcome. Anybody can ask any question. What is in your mind, or in which you have confusion, you can ask question. In today's class, we learned two things actually: the dimensions of health and changing concept of health. So dimension were major dimension, physical, mental, and social dimension, and some other minor dimension, vocational, emotional, philosophical, or some other dimension. And in changing concept, there are 4 concepts: the biomedical concept, ecological concept, psychosocial concept, and holistic concept. So we should remember the holistic concept because it covers all the previous concept. And new philosophy of health covers all concepts. That is health multidimensional. It is not only individual responsibility. It is the responsibility of state, society, or world. And when we treat patient, we should consider all the factors. And a good physician or a physician will be popular. If a physician want to be popular to the patient or people of the country, he must treat patient in an integrated way. Every problem should be addressed by the physician. He did it by himself or referred to other, but every problem should be solved by the physician, the attending physician. এবং খেয়াল করে দেখবে যারা যে মানুষের এক্সপেকটেশন কি ফিজিশিয়ানের কাছে, যারা এটা বুঝতে পারে এবং সেটা অ্যাড্রেস করে তারাই গুড ফিজিশিয়ান। আবার অনেক ডক্টর আমাদের সোসাইটিতে আছে বা পরিচিত আছে যারা খুবই নলেজেবল, কিন্তু পেশেন্টের এক্সপেকটেশন বুঝতে পারে না বা ডিজিজ কোরিলেট করা, তার ক্লিনিক্যালের সঙ্গে সে নলেজেবল কিন্তু কোরিলেট করতে পারে না, তখন কিন্তু তাকে আমরা ভালো ফিজিশিয়ান বলতে পারি না। সে জানে, ধরো একটা মানুষের টাইফয়েড ফিভার হয়েছে, সে এত বেশি জানে যে এত সাইন সিমটম এটা ওটা ঘেটে তার মনে হলো এটা লাইসা ফিভার, রেয়ার একটা জিনিস, এটা করে অনেক টেস্ট টুস্ট করে পরে দেখা গেল না এটা আসলে টাইফয়েড। তাহলে যে ফার্স্ট টাইম কোরিলেট করতে পারবে যে এটা টাইফয়েড, হি ইজ দ্য বেস্ট ফিজিশিয়ান। ওই রেয়ারটা এনে জটিলতা তৈরি করে করাটা, ক্লামজি করাটা ভালো ফিজিশিয়ানের লক্ষণ না। তো ঠিক আছে, আমি তাহলে আজকে এখানে শেষ করছি। নেক্সট ক্লাস থার্সডেতে হবে। আর তোমাদের যে টিউটোরিয়াল ক্লাসগুলো হয়,
একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল,
এগুলো সবাই টিউটোরিয়াল ক্লাস অ্যাটেন্ড করবে। হ্যাঁ, প্রশ্ন করো, কি করতে চাচ্ছ?
স্পিরিচুয়াল ডাইমেনশন অফ হেলথে 2 নম্বর পয়েন্টে বলা হয়েছে যে
হ্যাঁ, স্পিরিচুয়াল ডাইমেনশনের একটা মজার ঘটনা বলি যে আমাদের সময় আমাদের সঙ্গে একজন আব্দুল কাদের নামে একজন পড়তো, তো একটু পড়াশোনা কম করতো আর কি। তো ওকে যখন ভাই জিজ্ঞেস করছে যে হোয়াট ডু ইউ মিন বাই স্পিরিচুয়াল ডাইমেনশন অফ হেলথ, তো বলছে স্যার এটা তো মানে বুঝতে পারতেছি, বলতে পারতেছি না। তো এটা আসলেই ওটা, ও এটাই যে আসলেই এটা বোঝা যায় বলা যায় না, এটা আবার ও জানতো না, ও না জেনে অনুমান করে বলছে যে এটা তো বুঝতে পারতেছি আর বলতে পারতেছি। তো স্পিরিচুয়াল aspect of health, it is something intangible, which cannot be explained, but it is related to moral or ethics. এটা হচ্ছে নৈতিকতার সঙ্গে বা আধ্যাত্মিকতার সঙ্গে রিলেটেড। মানে এটাও স্বাস্থ্যের সঙ্গে কিভাবে রিলেটেড, যে একজন মানুষ দেখা গেল যে ফিজিক্যালি ভালো হলো, মেন্টালি মোটামুটি ভালো, কিন্তু স্পিরিচুয়ালি তার মধ্যে কনফ্লিক্ট, তার মধ্যে দুশ্চিন্তা, খারাপ চিন্তা, চুরি করার চিন্তা, হ্যাঁ, মানে অসৎ চিন্তা, তাহলে কিন্তু সে হেলদি হতে পারবে না। তাহলে স্পিরিচুয়ালিও তার সাউন্ড হতে হবে, তার ইথিক্স ঠিক থাকতে হবে, তার মোরালিটি ঠিক থাকতে হবে। এগুলো ব্যাপারও হেলথের সঙ্গে রিলেটেড বা কনসিডার করতে হবে। তো সেটাই হচ্ছে স্পিরিচুয়াল অ্যাসপেক্ট, যে ইট ইজ ইনটেনজিবল সামথিং হুইচ ক্যান নট বি এক্সপ্লেইন ক্লিয়ারলি।
ট্রান্সেন্ডস ফিজিওলজি এন্ড সাইকোলজি, এই বাক্যটা বুঝতে পারলাম না।
মানে ফিজিওলজি এবং সাইকোলজিকেও ছাড়িয়ে যায়, তারও ঊর্ধ্বের কোনো কিছু। তো ঠিক আছে, আজকের ক্লাস তাহলে এখানেই শেষ করছি। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.